fuck, that was just a ton of traffic, man. The 95 was backed up for miles. I can't believe how long it took me to get home just now. And it was all because some whack job was running a bull down the highway holding up all the cars. What a complete waste of my valuable time. Great. Justin and Brendan aren't here yet either. Somehow the one stuck in traffic, got caused by a fucker on a roided out horse. I'm the first one to get to the studio. At least I know where Brendan probably went, since I asked him to go to the pet store and see if they had any more hyper-intelligent, tech-savvy editing hamsters left in stock so Dylan could have a new friend. But that asshole Justin, he's got no excuse. He's probably stuffing his stupid face somewhere on one of his food sabbaticals again. Well, all right. I guess I'll just start setting up the mics and hopefully
Guys,
someone
you'll never believe what happened. Hold on. Is Justin not here yet?
Fuck if I know, but you seem excited. What's going on? You able to find that hamster friend for Dylan?
Yeah, so about that, funny story. So I did walk to the PetSmart in order to get the tech savvy a hamster for Dylan, the one for our that can edit and all that. The supply they had wasn't that good, so I thought they were all kind of ugly, and I just said, this is probably not our vibe. I decided against getting another hamster, but while I was on my way back, I just so happened to be walking by this China shop, and you wouldn't believe it. When everyone was like crowding around it, and there was a bull sitting in the China shop. The owner was like beside themselves. What? They were like super upset. I walked over. I was like, "Hey, hi, how are you?" And then we got to chatting, and I was like, "So, would you be willing to relinquish ownership of this bull?" They gave me this weird look, by the way, and they were like, "Yeah, sure. Give me like, I don't know, $3." And I'm like, "Dude, sold." So for a steal, I got this bull, and look outside. I have him tied on the bike rack. Isn't he great?
What? Oh wow. There's an actual bull there that you bought from a China shop. I asked you to do one fucking thing for Dylan, and you come back here with a wait. Were you riding the bull on the 95 earlier?
Oh boy, you fucking bet I was.
So like, how trained is he? Can anyone ride him?
I don't see why not.
All right. Well, maybe we shelve the recording this week. I feel like we have much more important things going on right now that need attending to first.
Christian, why would we do that? We can just do the recording while riding the bull.
Holy shit, that's the best idea anyone's ever had. Let's fucking do it. I'll go get the portal mics. This is going to be the best shit ever. I can't wait.
All right, coming at you live from atop the Bull of Paradise on whatever road 95 we're on. Moving into the summary. This week's episode of One Piece with a Lime is sponsored by the letter L. L stands for lies because, boy, are there a lot of those flying around right now. Law is lying to Doflamingo about his true intentions. Doflamingo lied to Law about stepping down from his seat. Usopp lies to the Tontada Kingdom about being a descendant of Nolan. Can't wait for that to be true. And I'm pretty sure at least 2 people are lying to Rebecca about something, but who can say for sure? Also, somehow Lucy's identity is still a successful lie because of course it is. Is there anything else I missed? And Giola is currently lying to herself about what she's done to the Sunny being good art. Frankie is going to be fuming when he hears about this. Subscribe to our Patreon to listen to our new after-hour show called One Piece with a Lie. For legal reasons, I'm obligated to inform you that was a joke. Yeah. I didn't read the summary ahead of time, so I really rolled into that one like, oh, okay, I see where
there's
we're going.
There's clearly a theme going on.
Yeah. It's a lot of lies all the time. Fucking lie. But you know what isn't a lie? My sorry ass has not been here for a couple of weeks.
That is very true. Very, very true.
Yeah. So, hey, Christian, how are you doing, buddy? Unfortunately, I'm not the only one that has had conflicts come up last second. So we're on a 2-man cast again tonight.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call whatever Justin's doing a conflict.
we don't need to get into it. Settle down there. I haven't named the bull yet, but I hopefully we can come up with a name before the end of the night. But I could tell that he was getting really ornery at that last comment. It's okay. It's Justin's friend.
Yeah. Maybe we can come up with something, or maybe we let the audience name the bull.
Dude, that sounds great. We should let the audience name the bull. Fucking justice for the bull here.
Send us an email.
Moosey, but we lost Moosey to one piece already. Oh man, so funny.
Yeah. So normally as the one who hasn't watched the show before, I'm the one giving my opinions on things, but this is an arc that I'm pretty sure you hold in relatively high regard, and you've missed the first 15 episodes of it or so. So I want to know how you're dealing with the beginning of Dressrosa right now.
So I find actually that we are in a pleasantly good pace rate of this arc right now. I'm actually I'm actually a little surprised that things have been going like relatively smoothly. We have like decent enough like mystery to sink our teeth into week to week. We got new elements being thrown in like all the time. And it's funny too, because like obviously I know all the answers by the end of this arc, but I actually kind of forgot just how many like mini secrets were thrown in during like the early stages of this arc, like from beat to beat. I've actually been having a lot of fun being like, oh, yeah, I remember when this plot element was a thing, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know. I'm having a great time, but I always have a good time. I mean, this is not my first time going through the series.
Right.
So, like, yeah. I'm interested in knowing that if you're having a good time, are you like, man, pace would be way better right about now? Or if you're like, yeah, this is fun. I'm into it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a little, I guess I kind of agree that the pacing right now isn't that egregious. I'm hesitant to fully enjoy it yet because we have more branching paths right now than Punk Hazard did, and I didn't like Punk Hazard for being so split up in its storytelling. And now we've taken that and dialed it up about 2 more plots.
Yeah.
So it seems, as of the end of these episodes, it kind of seems like they're going to rejoin each other fairly soon, because we've got the people on Greenbit and also Frankie and the Soldier going to the flower field. And then we have those that are we have
also Zoro as well, by the way.
Also Zoro as well, that's true. So a lot of people are meeting up at the flower field. Then you've got the Sunny crew, who are just kind of there right now. They just exist.
They're not having a good time.
And then Luffy's having the opposite. Luffy's having the time of his fucking life.
Yeah, he is.
As long as he's not remembering he's supposed to be hiding his identity. When he's just going, he's having a great time. But when he remembers he's supposed to be Lucy and not Luffy, he's not having as much of a good time, because he can't just let loose. He finds a workaround by just using second gear, and people just assume he's a super fast guy.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. Although I agree with the summary in that should absolutely no one should recognize, or rather everyone should recognize this goon as Straw Hat Luffy by this point. And yet here we are.
It's one of my favorite dumb bits that this fucking section of the arc goes on as long as it does, where everyone's just like, are you sure? I'm pretty sure that guy had his name is Lucy, not Luffy. I think we would know if we saw Straw Hat here. And then you got fuckers like Cavendish in the back going like, it's fucking Luffy!
It's fucking Straw Hat Luffy! How many goddamn times do I have to tell you?
How many times I gotta tell you this? It's fucking Straw... They're all like,
I don't know.
You sure?
We wouldn't have let Straw Hat Luffy in here.
I mean, I don't think that's even true. I'm sure they would have let Straw Hat Luffy in there, to be honest.
I don't know. He doesn't look like Straw Hat Luffy. Straw Hat Luffy don't got a beard last time I checked.
Yeah, he doesn't have a beard. Straw Hat Luffy, hence the name, has a straw hat.
Scar on his chest. I don't know. Maybe he's just like a fan. Like he got a temporary tattoo or something.
Yeah, hey, you, watch your mouth, all right? Do you want to be thrown out of here? I will disqualify you, okay?
So dumb.
I
The
fucking love this bit.
only other group that I think I failed to really touch on was whoever's going to the toy house, aka the factory that we've been looking for, which is really just Sanji, Violet, and Kinemon.
Kinemon.
Yeah.
So I would agree. So yeah, this is obviously like a little bit of a disconnected art. Now, I do have to laugh at. I won't give too much praise to everything. The flashback within a flashback on Sanji's side was kind of fucking funny. At one point, we're seeing because they're running. Violet and Sanji are running away, and they like as he's telling Law like it's all a trap. It flashes back to when Violet explains to Sanji that it's a trap, but in explaining to Sanji, he peers into her brain in the past of what had happened earlier as a flashback of like why it's a trap or whatever. So we've got double flashback time or whatever. I did want to ask too, by the way, what are your opinions on the absolute bait and switch that was the clear fucking trap on Sanji only to inadvertently turn around into becoming
I mean,
a true love story.
I guess the easy guess is that it's a trap and that Violet is not a good person. That was easy enough to spot. I guess I guess I didn't necessarily see her switching sides again coming. I can't say I'm that surprised by it. This feels like a very One Piece turn of events. Although now she's just kind of fucked off.
I mean, it helps validate Sanji because, like, he can always tell when a woman lies, right? By a woman's tears or whatever.
Right. And
maybe I'm defending my boy too much.
The tears that turn into giant fuck off whales and fall on people.
Yeah,
because she has the glare fruit,
Yeah.
The one that lets her make whales with her eyes.
What is this whales thing? Did I miss something? Did I miss a bit?
I guess she turned when she turns on her goons, she starts crying or tearing up. And the tears turn into giant fucking whales.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I had walked away at that section, but I do remember that. Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah.
Don't understand what that has to do with the glare fruit, but sure.
Listen,
why not?
all right, just let her do. But you like that mask though? That was kind of sweet.
Me and Devin love the mask. we call them glasses, but yes, we loved it. We loved it last week.
But before we get too much into this set of episodes, okay, so I have a list of things because I've listened to a couple of our episodes that I've missed, and I know I've missed a couple extra weeks that I haven't listened to your guys' takes on. But I do have a list of things that I feel like is very important that you guys are all aware of that you haven't touched on yet that I think you haven't touched on. Okay, number one, you already knew Cavendish. Cavendish was the wanted poster that you sussed out from the live action that you didn't know about.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So it was really, really funny that you sussed it out and then Justin almost fucking gave it away. I mean, obviously you kind of sussed him out like, oh, he must be coming really soon. But yeah, that's Cavendish.
I completely erased that from my brain. That's awesome.
Don't worry.
I'm so glad you remember this.
Don't you fucking worry. All right. You guys were not arguing, but I think a couple of you guys were confused about like when Doffy was giving up his warlord status, like that meant something about in turn that he's giving up being a king. Specifically, by not being a warlord, he goes back to being an outlaw. Outlaws cannot be kings; they have to be in prison. That's the problem here, and I think that nuance sort of got lost on you guys.
Definitely.
So I just wanted to make that clear.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Okay. You guys have been pronouncing Zoe really weird. Stop that. It's Zoe, not Jiao or whatever the fuck you said. Zoe.
What are we referencing?
This is an island. At one point, Kinemon was. Yeah. Kinemon was like, yo, hey, I'm going to Zoe. And then Law's like, oh, that's weird. That's where my crew is. Okay. Well, funny coincidence. But you guys were calling it like Zhao. And I'm like,
well, because it's like, it's spelled like ZHOU or something like that. In my head, that just, it feels like it's pronounced Zhao.
It is Zoe.
All right. Fair enough. Fair play.
All right. Moving on. There was an episode that I was not here for that had a Panda Man in it. Y'all had better fucking caught it.
We caught it. I think that one was me and Justin. We definitely caught it.
All right. That's I think that's it. That's my list of things that I really just wanted to make sure everything was out in the open on. Oh, Fujitora. So you guys talked about it. So remember at one point I have told you on numerous occasions that all of the admirals are based off of actual characters from actual like super old samurai movies. I would like to take this opportunity to put a picture in our group chat stuff.
Please do.
Look at this guy. Look how cool he is.
All right, this fucking picture for ants. What is this?
All right. Let me give you a couple. Sorry, whatever. Hold on. Let me give you a few different fucking source material. Look at this guy.
Pretty sick.
He is based off of an actor by the name of, let me pull his name back up because I just put it away. Shintaro Katsu, who is predominantly of the fame of the series of movies about a blind swordsman. And the movies are called, hold on, I just had it. Come back here. I never remember the name of this fucking movie franchise, but The Tale of Zatoichi. Zatoichi. Probably it's Zatoichi. The Tale of Zatoichi, which has, and I shit you not, like fucking 20 independent films.
Damn.
With this motherfucker. And I've seen a couple of them. They're pretty good. They're not bad.
I would hope they're good. If they made 20 of them.
They're like,
but then again, we're going on 10 Fast and Furious movies and they stop being good pretty quickly.
Yeah, they do stop being pretty good pretty quickly. But yeah, I just wanted to point this out because this guy's pretty cool. He's a blind samurai, and his shtick is that he fucking cuts a fucker up, but he's blind.
I'm with it. I love it.
All right, and that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I'm glad that we got there. Thank you for giving me this
opportunity. I have a question for you because I don't remember what set of episodes I proposed this in. Okay. I think it had to be one that came out already because Devin was there. So you heard my theory about Sabo then?
I did hear your theory about Sabo, yes. And I am here to tell you, you know what? No matter what I say, it's not gonna fucking sway you. But I'm just saying, you're probably gonna be a little disappointed, and then it's gonna make me sad. But whatever.
It's gonna make you sad. Why are you gonna be sad?
Well, because you're gonna be disappointed, and you're gonna pull a Devin and be like, "Oh, I was." When you realize he's fucking dead, you're gonna be real fucking upset at how much you've been holding on to this fucking truth.
I see.
Yeah.
You're going to be sad for me.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's all right. I appreciate that, but you won't have to because Sabo's alive. I appreciate the sentiment, though. It's nice to know that my friends have my back, no matter what.
Okay, well, then let me ask you this. Okay,
go on.
So if Sabo's here,
yeah,
what block is he in?
Well, I guess
there's only one option left, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, he could still pop up in Block C. We haven't finished the Block C fight. I think it would be kind of... Do you think
that Luffy's going to throw the fight midway through?
Well, I mean, who's to say? Sabo doesn't have to win either.
These are the questions I'm asking. These are the questions I'm proposing to you. You're saying that Sabo is here and he's going to go after the fruit. And do you think that in the middle of battle of Block C, Luffy and Sabo are going to catch eyes and be like, oh my God, you know what? I'm throwing the fight. Which that feels kind of probably not.
No, I don't think either of them would throw the fight. They might fight for it. Luffy might win.
You think they would fight? Dude, he just found his fucking dead brother. What are you talking about? They're gonna be like sobbing and
he might not
fucking having a moment.
If anything, he won't know it's Sabo right away.
But like Sabo's gonna know it's Luffy. Or do you think that this fucking Lucy bit's gonna go so thick that even Sabo won't recognize
Sabo's got the dum-dum fruit too from all those years ago, still just deeply ingrained in him. Been a lot of dum-dum energy going around lately.
There has been a lot of dum-dum.
I think it's a good question. I think maybe it could be more dramatic if Sabo is in Block D and Luffy probably wins his block, and then he watches Block D fight, and he's cheering for Rebecca. I'd probably Cavendish, even though Cavendish hates him. he might still cheer for Cavendish. Although if he's rooting for Rebecca, he might not be rooting for Cavendish at the same time. Anyway. At some point, during that, Sabo makes an appearance and maybe beats Rebecca in a fight, let's say, because that would have some good dramatic impact. And Sabo, knowing that it's Luffy, might, look dramatically up into the stands and stare at Luffy, and Luffy be like, what's this guy looking at? Like, do I know you? Who are you? Stop looking at me like that. And then, I don't know, Sabo goes on to win the block, maybe, and then they meet in the next round or some shit like that. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun in my head.
I mean, maybe. I don't know, dude.
I just wish that I could have seen more of that entries poster, but the damn soldier was blocking 3/4 of it. I only caught glimpses.
Oh, man. This fucking soldier, dude. He's such a cock block, right?
One-legged ass out of the way.
He brings Frankie around. He gives him the fucking ring around for the better part of like 4 episodes over the course of the last couple of weeks. And then Frankie's like, fucking later, dude. And he's like, no, wait. I want to destroy the factory too.
Wait, I've got a serious case of FOMO. Let me go.
It's like, why'd you just lead with that motherfucker? Anyway.
I like that. Especially in Frankie tank mode, Frankie just looks like a big toy. He fits in perfectly because he just looks like an oversized toy.
He just slides right in, dude.
But also,
so good.
He's an asshole still because he steals some food or whatever, and the vendor is running after them, and he just has to give up because it's like,
he's like,
whatever.
I don't take credit, and then like he just doesn't even fucking give him like any more thought. He's already munching, dude. He's got food on the brain. I love it. But going back a little bit to admirals, I will also say interestingly enough, you not only got Fujitora, obviously, like, you know, presented and named, and an offhanded comment, Doflamingo himself actually named the other admiral. I don't know if you caught it.
No, I don't think I did.
Would you like to know what it is? In this set of episodes, yes. Okay, at one point, Doflamingo was like, yeah, like all you fucking admirals, blah, blah, blah. Like it was when he was in villain monologuing mode. And he mentions like, yeah, you, Fujitora, and blank seem like you're pretty big new heavy hitters or whatever. Do you want me to tell you what name he presented? Do you want to play a game around it a little? Or?
Sure, yeah, let's do it. All
right, well, the name, stop me. I don't want to go too far. I don't want to ruin anything for you. His name was Ryokugyu.
Ryokugyu?
He's easily the hardest fucking admiral to name out loud, and it's so bad that I kid you not, Christian, in the community, 90% of the American fucking audience they call him by his animal plus color.
Oh, okay.
So like, you know how, Fujitora being, they just say, you know what, I'm not even gonna fucking try to say Ryokugyu. I'm just gonna call him fucking animal color.
Right. I mean, I'm probably gonna end up referring to Purple Admiral as Isho more than Fujitora.
Yeah. I think that makes sense too.
Definitely going to happen more often.
I flip between. It kind of depends.
Yeah. The only place I make my stand on is Borsalino. Borsalino is just too goddamn good.
Would you like to guess the color animal, or would you like to just shelve that for a later discussion?
I think we low-key tried to guess at 1.2. I think that episode that would have been the one that just came out too.
Well, I remember I was listening to the episode and you were really annoyed when Justin just straight up told you the animal. So I want to give you an opportunity.
And then he also reminded me that we had already heard it before, and I was like, okay, well, you're right, but I'm still going to be angry about it.
Right. I'm trying to dispel any anger.
I think we came up with a color at that point. I mean, in theory, it's going to be either green or orange.
Okay.
Because we've done the primary colors with yellow, red, blue, and now we're delving into secondary colors with purple. So in theory, green or orange is coming. My guess is green because it differentiates enough. Orange is too close to yellow, and we still have yellow admiral. So my guess is we've got a green admiral. I'm just not sure.
I would like to throw in, to help, that all of the admiral's animals are always based off of some animal in the Chinese zodiac.
Yeah, okay. I kind of saw that one coming. So I definitely asked. So we got tiger. We've got bird, pheasant. What?
We'll call it rooster, but pheasant.
Rooster, monkey.
There's yellow monkey. That's Borsalino.
And red dog.
That is correct.
I don't. All right, I'm gonna look up the 12.
Give me a minute to look up the entire zodiac.
I'm gonna.
There's 12 of them total.
12 zodiac.
There's unfortunately a decent number of options left.
That's 8 to be specific.
Correct.
That Google Google for some reason only gave me 10. Okay. 12 Chinese zodiac signs. Let's go to that one. Okay. What would make a good one? Maybe if we're going green, although I guess the color doesn't have to really.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Yellow
right?
monkeys don't really. Red dogs, unless you're talking about Clifford. Would we skip right to dragon? I don't think they'd be so bold as to go with dragon.
Okay.
I don't think they'd go as small as a rat either. Unless we've promoted that mouse dude from Nami's arc all the way up to
fucking Nezubi got promoted all the way to Admiral.
All the way to Admiral. 2 years is a long time. I'm gonna go ox. Sounds pretty cool. Green ox. I like the sound of green ox.
Okay.
Green ox, green horse, green pig.
He's thinking it over.
I like the ox. I like green ox.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Okay. It is my final answer, but how far off is the actual confirmation for color plus animal in the show?
Well, I mean, technically it's right now. Like if you Googled the Japanese word Ryokugyu, it would be the name, right?
Right. But I'm not going to do that. So when they were in the show, when are they going to tell me? They never really explained the. I guess they never. I'll see the color eventually, but I guess they never really explained the animals, right?
No, yeah, like it's baked in the name, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm telling you, essentially have the information in front of you if you chose to go to Google Translate. The question is, do you want to know?
I wouldn't do that though. Do I? Yeah, if you want, fuck it. Sure, tell me.
All right. Well, Christian, I have news for you. You are unequivocally and totally correct.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
You fucking nailed it on the first try.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm the best.
Is Green Bull, in fact.
Green Bull, close enough.
Yeah, so Ryokugyu, I don't know which part is green
and which part is bull.
Ryokugyu
the bull that got destroyed in the Colosseum fight?
Hold on. Now we're going into my new territory, baby.
Oh, God.
What if this
the
arc...
raging bull?
What if...
Are we riding him right now?
Are we riding Great Bull in this moment? What if...
I'm dying.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Christian. I was hoping you wouldn't take this opportunity from me to be able to divulge this information. What if we got not one, but both admirals in the same arc? And what we are witnessing is just the man, the myth, the legend himself, Ryokugyu, in his animal form. What if he has a devil fruit that turns him into a bull? Christian, this is it. This is it. I'm telling you.
I would hope that he wouldn't get, as an admiral, wouldn't get knocked out so easily. Maybe he's just playing the bit, though, and is pretending to be knocked out. I will say, I never mentioned it on cast, but at one point, I did have the passing thought that what if the Raging Bull was Dalton from Drum Island, stuck in because he was like an ox or something too, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
What if he went on a rampage one day because something happened to the 20 doctors or something to that effect, or anything happened for who knows what reason. He's a good guy. A kid could have lost their balloon and he would have gone berserk, and he just got stuck in bull form. Couldn't reason his way out.
I think you're onto something, man. I think you're cooking. I like what you're cooking.
I'm certainly cooking.
I want this soup. This is the soup I want to eat right now.
Good soup.
This is some good fucking soup. But yeah, thank you. I really wanted the opportunity to to be a memer there. I was worried you were going to take it from me last minute. So yeah, so there you go. Now you know both their names, and you are very acquainted with, obviously, Fujitora now, who has some... How'd you like that meteor, by the way?
Holy shit, that was so fucking cool, dude. He shoots the gravity beam up into the sky, and everyone's just kind of looking at him like, what? And then the sky turns red, and the planetary devastation comes down, descends from the sky, and everyone's like, oh shit, except for Law and Doflamingo, who are like, oh, we got a problem on our hands. And then Law rooms and slices it in half, and then Fujitora's got to deal with the consequences of his own actions, and Doflamingo's like, oh fuck, I've got I have to. I can't dodge this. I've got to cut it now with my puppet strings or whatever he does. And then Doflamingo gets super upset at Isho and is like, hey, yo, what the fuck? Didn't anyone tell you who I am? You don't touch a hair on my goddamn head. I'm valuable. And Fujitora is like, sorry, bro. I just needed to power check him real quick.
Yeah, he was like, that was a test or something like that. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? You just threw a fucking meteor at everybody.
You just pulled a fucking meteor out of orbit, dude. What are you what? That's crazy. And then there's the giant crater that they're standing on. And it's the scene from the OP that I couldn't understand at the time, but now it makes perfect sense.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that. That was a good. Actually, it's really fun too. Spoilers for Naruto, by the way. It's funny you mentioned planetary devastation because like this area of the manga. So, fun fact. Here in Dressrosa is the arc Oda was working on when Naruto originally ended serialization. And I think planetary devastation came first before Fujitora did this meteor bit. But it is really funny because it lines up like very closely. I think we were like halfway through this arc when the serialization of Naruto officially ended.
Oh, then planetary devastation would have been way before that.
Yeah.
That's back in Pain. It's nowhere near the war.
Wait, what? No, it's totally during the war. Planetary devastation was when he fucking throws a meteor on the army and then goes like, "Hey, just kidding. I've got another fucking meteor to throw on top of you."
Doesn't Pain do double planetary devastation?
No. That was a moderate bit. It was a moderate bit, man. I'm pretty sure on this one. I don't think Pain does that because he does the almighty push and universal pull, but he doesn't pull a meteor down. Madara just goes like, "Ha, I have a meteor," during like the final war and shit. I'm pretty sure here. Just saying.
I'll take your word for it. It's been a while.
Okay.
All this time, I feel like I've attributed it to what's his face, Pain.
No, Pain destroyed like the village or whatever just by being fucking Pain for 5 minutes and did universal push ever something pull whatever the push one was. He was just like, here, let me just make a fucking crater really quick.
But he also does the thing though where it like collects rocks up in the sky and makes a planetary devastation. It just doesn't like come out of nowhere. But I guess right. Am I misremembering the Pain arc?
I mean, I don't remember specifically about the rock being thrown together, but that does kind of sound a little familiar. But planetary devastation specifically was throwing a fucking fuck off meteor from space down onto the military army or whatever, which was a Madara bit for sure. I don't think that was called planetary devastation, to be fair. I think I know what you're talking about, and I do think that happened, but that wasn't planetary devastation. That was just my man's making a fuck off rock for 10 minutes.
All right, fair play.
Anyway, sorry, it was a little more
the Naruto side bit.
Side bit for Naruto, anyway. Yeah. So there you go. Now you know a little bit more about Fujitora. Do you think this dude's a good guy? Or you
I think he's a good guy. I think he's a real good guy.
Really? You think he's going to end up being a good Marine or whatever?
He certainly seems that way.
You don't think that throwing a fuck off meteor on everybody is a bit sus?
Well, he knew that his subordinates would be able to escape in time.
Okay, bigger question then. Do you don't think the fact that he talks to Sukiyaki with a pet name of Suki, Saka or whatever the fuck?
I think he calls him Saka-san.
Yeah, he's on nickname basis with Sakazuki. You don't think that's a little sus?
I think he's naive. I think if anything, this arc has shown that Isho is a bit naive in his thinking, because what we also learn is that he's brand new to the military. He was not a Marine that just got promoted. He was not a vice admiral or even a captain that just got promoted up. They off screened in the last 2 years. The Navy held a tournament arc, and the winners got to be
It was a military
admirals.
Draft. Fucking relax.
What's the difference, really? It's gotcha. Then he entered the military gotcha and ended up as an admiral.
Yeah, it did happen. It was pretty much what happened.
So this guy has no real. He doesn't know the bad side of Sakazuki. He doesn't know what this man has done, really. Probably anyway. Because he just kind of was like, oh, they're looking for a strong person to fill in this role. I have cool power and am considered very strong, so why not? But also, again, above most else, this arc has already presented him as a very naive, kind of willing to believe people at face value, as he knows he's like he's very confident in his hockey ability to be able to cheat at dice games or the roulette table in the instance of the bar.
But
then when he does the same thing he's been doing and getting it right, and the guy tells him, oh yeah, sorry, it landed on black 26 times in a row when it really landed on white 26 times in a row, he just kind of went, ah, shit, I guess I'm just getting old. I guess my hockey's not what it used to be anymore. And he just accepts the fact that he got it wrong 26 times in a row. So
you don't think any of that was a bit? You think that was his genuine caricature?
Yes, absolutely, I do.
Okay. I just wanted to set that.
I think without a doubt, that is who Isho is.
All right, fair enough.
Because they also present that option to Law, or I shouldn't even say they. He presents that option to Law. He goes, hey, look, there's only two ways this goes. It's either the Straw Hats are your subordinates now and I can't arrest you, or you work with them and I do arrest you. So which is it? Like, we don't have evidence one way or another, so I'm just going to let you tell me. And Doflamingo even points it out. He goes like, what kind of logic is that? He could just lie. He could just...
Well, no, that was actually Caesar in the back. He's like, wait, just fucking lie about it.
Yeah. So he's like, well, he can just lie. Why would he ever say that they're working together when you're giving him this out? And then Law, for some reason, thinks that admitting they're working together is going to buy them more time. I'm not really sure I follow the logic where that is concerned.
I guess in my mind, maybe he suspects that if he goes with that they are his subordinates, this doesn't end. Because right now, if we assume that Law is going to retain his, warlord
status,
then Fujitora is in a weird pickle where he simultaneously recognizes Caesar as one of Doffy's guys, but then also recognizes Law and his authority as a warlord. So I guess Law might be like parsing together like the best like plan of action should he say he is still a warlord, and like how does he manage to get away from this, like not only unscathed but with Caesar in hand or whatever. So he's like, you know what, fuck it, we're going full Hail Mary. Yeah, they're working alongside me. We're equals. I'm a pirate again. And then it at least has Isho be like, hey, well, let me just throw a meteor on us really quick.
Yeah, I guess that's the benefit, right? Is that we got to see badass Isho move.
Yeah.
You know what? Law admitting to working with Luffy reminded me of?
Yes.
It gave me real Nami's backstory vibes.
Okay, yeah.
Because... Oh man, I'm killing myself. What was her? Bellamere won't deny her daughters. Yeah. The same way Law won't deny his allies.
I'm just saying, man, Law is a fucking he's a softie, all right? He will not betray anybody, and I stand by that.
Right.
Like, obviously I wouldn't have said that when we first met the guy. Like, I want to leave a little bit of doubt in your heart, but he's a good guy. Come on.
Yeah. And don't forget, he hates bread.
He hates bread.
Which means he hates you.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh, man, Law, I thought we were cool, man. You know, fuck you, man. I never liked you. I always thought that you were fucking overappreciated, to be perfectly honest. Thank you, Christian, for grounding me again.
No problem, dude.
While we're here, we were on Greenbit. Unfortunately, I think the last set of episodes was the Gulliver's Travels bit, unfortunately. So we missed that. Or I missed that. You guys didn't. You guys were obviously here. Did you talk about that? How the whole Robin being sewed to the ground with the little people or whatever was literally just a fucking rip from Gulliver's Travels?
No idea what you're talking about. I didn't. I know the name Gulliver's Travels, but was that a book? It was a book,
yes,
right?
It was an anthology. Well, it was a book about either one guy or like a group of people on like weird adventures, and like they would go to like weird islands and random shit would happen. One story was when a dude came across an island with a bunch of like tiny people, like fucking Keebler elves sort of people. And this literal thing happened when he was like roped down on the ground because that was like the only thing they could do to like subdue the big guy, to them big guy. And that's what we did with Robin here. It was a Gulliver's Travels bit. My God.
Yeah, definitely was not brought up at all.
Well, that's what I'm here for, baby. I'm here to save the team.
You're the references guy. That's what you do here on the podcast.
All right, so we got that. All right, so meanwhile, Law is getting info from Sanji and Frankie or whatever, trying to like parse together that this whole thing's been a scheme, by the way. Oh, also, Doflamingo can just like casually tell the world government, hey, I would like to lie for half a day and then undo that.
Yeah.
So do you find that weird, or do you find it interesting that Law made such a fucking big deal about it?
So when it was revealed, and this is where this is kind of where Oda's forethought into plot lines is kind of cool, because there are a couple of instances of, if you thought about it enough, you'd have been able to parse this together. But because there's one point where somebody comments when the Straw Hats arrive on Dressrosa how all of the citizens are very calm for the news that had just dropped earlier that morning or the day before, whatever it was. And so like you can kind of, if you think about that a little bit, you can be like, oh, well, that's a good point. Like, why we got that scene before when they got the newspaper and everyone was freaking out. So why are they cool now? And then CP0 is there, which we don't know at the time when we first see them who they work for, but we do know that they are some of the highest, they are some of, if not the highest form of agents for the world government. And so that would also lend you to believe that something is going on here, but you don't know what. So if you think of, among maybe one or two other clues, but if you put these together and really like think on it, somebody could probably have pieced this together beforehand. So that like the crumbs are there, but you don't know exactly what kind of food they came from. And we learn that it's that Doflamingo had this whole lie set up. And at first, when it was revealed, I was like, okay, you know what? This actually kind of makes sense, because then they mentioned that CP0 work directly for world nobles, aka celestial dragons. They're the one and the same, right?
Yes, that is correct.
So they work for the celestial dragons. And so my first thought was, this actually makes sense that he would be able to pull something like this, because Doflamingo, very known by his underground nickname Joker, that is very prolific in the trade of exotic species and drugs and a lot of other things that the celestial dragons very much indulge in. So if he's no longer a warlord and he can be arrested by the world government, all of those things go away. And so the celestial dragons would probably not want that to be the case. And so at first, I wasn't even thinking that this was Doflamingo's plot. This was just the celestial dragons selfishly defending Doflamingo from this.
Protecting the guy. Yeah.
Then it gets even spicier, though.
Ooh, tell us, what's the spice, Christian?
It gets even spicier when Law starts to put this all together, except he takes it a step further. And instead of just relating it to the fact that he does all these shady underground shit, he accuses Doflamingo of, he doesn't actually explicitly say it because they cut it off for dramatic effect. He's basically accusing Doflamingo of being a celestial dragon, or at least related to a celestial dragon, which would offer him the same level of ability and would make sense as to how Doflamingo himself could pull the strings, and the strings weren't just being pulled for him to defend him, to protect him. Doflamingo cuts him off and says, well, it's a little more complicated than that, and that's all we get it for now.
It's like, so, it's kind of complicated.
So it just, at the very least, he's celestial dragon adjacent at a minimum.
Okay.
And that affords him these privileges.
Okay. I mean, I like where your head's at. In fact, I love where your head's at. I'm almost afraid of giving additional information because I might lead you too far down the correct path if we're not careful.
No, this is fine. I'm happy sitting on the information we've been presented so far, because it affords enough intrigue that I was already anticipating Doflamingo to be a rather compelling villain. But now that we have this extra added layer on top, this is getting good.
Hell yeah, dude.
This is getting real good with
all my homies love Doflamingo.
That is such a fact.
Yeah, he's definitely like a super sleeper villain that, like, especially, from your perspective, you were only introduced to him in like select scenes throughout, the pre time skip or whatever. And it's like, yeah, I mean, he seems cool. Other than like his villain monologues, there was really nothing to sink your teeth into. Finally, we get a little bit of spice to throw into the mix.
Yeah, this is the shit I've been chomping at the bit for.
Yeah, no, I think you're gonna like Doflamingo. He's an interesting guy, very complicated, very complex.
Yeah.
Also not complex, but very complex, if that makes sense.
Well, on the surface, he looks kind of one-dimensional in his motivations, but we're probably going to get much more expansion on what it is that he does and why he does it.
Yeah, I think you're on the nose there. Side comment, the rest of Green Bit, I love the quick bit of Robin coming up and being like, "Hey, La, we're okay. We're just underground.
We can't help you, but so have fun. Bye."
Yeah, just fuck out. And then sees her on the sides like, "What the fuck were you? Where'd you come from? You could just do that?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's just a clone. Don't worry about it." Anyway, moving on. Yeah, but going back to what's happening with Robin and Usopp, my boy, the absolute hero, the
legendary hero, some might say.
The brilliance of this motherfucker, and the cherry on top is his stupid fucking helmet. So for everyone that is unaware, Usopp here and Robin also were held captive by the Tontatas, which are these tiny little people that roam Greenbit, that the locals call fairies. They're the fuckers that are running around, constantly stealing shit from people, and they are really fucking gullible for some reason. Actually, I almost wonder if that's like another bit on the scene that we got with Robin. Now I'm thinking about this out loud. It's Gulliver's Travels, and all the Tontata are gullible.
Oh. That's fun. I like it.
Maybe.
I like
anyway,
it. I like where your head's at.
Yeah, they're just an intrusive thought that I said out loud. Anyway, so they're very, very gullible. As soon as Robin was like, "Hey, no, I'm just like a cool person. I'm not going to do anything." They're like, "We can't believe that. We're going to put you to death." She's like, "No, I mean it." And they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, sorry. That's shit. That's all you had to say, dude. My bad. Sorry." We're cool.
Why do you lead with that?
And then I love all the cutbacks to Robin. She's just like, "This is it. That's all I had to say." Like, that's literally all I had to say. And like the old man comes out, and for a split second, you're like, "Oh, here comes the elder. He's gonna be like the only one with like any fucking sense and sensibility." And she's gonna be like, "No, I'm seriously just here to like vibe." And he's like, "We can't trust her, guys." And she's like, "No, but seriously." He's like, "Oh shit, well that's all you had to say. We're good."
Why didn't you lead with that? And Robin's like, "Oh my god, please stop."
This fucking bit. I love this bit. I don't care. It probably went on like maybe 2 times too long, but I don't care. I fucking love that bit.
Nah.
And then a smart viewer would learn very quickly that if they're gullible to just Robin telling them to please not kill her, surely that Usopp, the man, the myth, the legend, the liar and a half, must be fucking having these guys eating out of the palm of his hands. And can I tell you, oh boy, does he have them fucking feasting.
Boy, do they. They are munching.
So Usopp, he couldn't help but notice that the Tontata have a statue of everyone's favorite and completely probably forgotten about character from a certain Sky Island backstory, Nolan the Liar, of all people. And they praise him, they call him a hero, and then Usopp, in his brilliance, was like, no, I'm a descendant of Nolan. He's like my great granddad. And they're all like, nah, no shot. There's no way. He's like, no, guys, look at my head. It looks like a chestnut, right? And sure as shit, they were like, oh my god. I fucking love this scene so much.
I have a story for you.
Okay, go ahead, please.
So when I was watching this, and they do this whole thing of Usopp seeing the Nolan statue and proclaiming himself to be the descendant of Nolan, I paused my episode and I audibly said, "No fucking way." because I had this distinct memory of Devin at some point claiming that Nolan would be involved here when we were talking last week about, because it wasn't revealed last week, it was revealed this week, that Nolan would have been an influence on this island. And I went, no fucking way. And I stopped watching my episodes to go make sure I wasn't crazy. And I pulled up both of our audio files, I synced them, and I listened to the entire hour plus recording to try and find the moment that Devin mentions it, and it doesn't exist. It didn't happen. I made this up. I don't know where I got this information from, but I have this weird, distinct memory of Devin talking about Nolan the liar, and I don't know where it came from. Did I dream it? Is it a machination of my brain just wishing that Nolan the liar had come back into the plot and then it did? I don't know what happened, but me and Devin, at least on recording, do not talk about Nolan the liar. And so I sat there dejected and returned to the episodes without the satisfaction of that revelation. It just completely deflated me. I can't express in any better words how just like disappointed I was to listen to that entire recording and just for there to not be any mention.
Feel validated.
Just to not feel validated by it. It was insane. I felt insane.
So I'll say this. I know something about somebody in the cast being related to Nolan has come up. And I think that has been Devin, but this is like in the way days. I actually think, funny enough, I'll scrub the fucking the episodes. I'm actually been re-listening to our old episodes on the cast recently. I'm almost at Skypea. I'll let you know if I find it. I think off the rip, either you or Devin, I think it was Devin, legit fucking said that I think that Usopp is related to Nolan. And I was like, how in the fucking world did you make that fucking connection here, right now? I mean, I know it's like liar to liar. But
yes, I mean, that's literally the only thing that we could have gone off of.
So it's really funny because I'm also a huge proponent that Usopp's lies all become truth. So
right.
What I'm saying is this is not only not actually a lie, also true, but Devin called shit that happens in episode 641 back when we were in fucking Skypea. So again, I will let you know if this is true or not. I have a similar memory, but my recollection was I was beside myself with knowledge, obviously, because I've seen the show.
Knowledge.
That one of you fuckers, and I'm pretty sure it was Devin, legit fucking said this. And I was like, how in the fucking world?
Can you not?
Anyway, so derailment aside, I am so sorry that you had to go through this terrible
when I really
ordeal.
sat down and thought about it, the closest thing I can come up with is the fact that the story of Nolan the Liar is brought up in the live action, and maybe at some point that was conflated into a weird memory bubble. I don't know. That's about all. That's about the closest I can get there.
For sure. Well, I can't tell you enough just how fucking hilarious I find this bit. And then, of course, when they start going like, our hero Usopp is going to save us from Doflamingo, and then motherfucker looks up with that classic face.
Yeah.
One of my favorite gifs of all time.
This gif that I've seen a lot of in our Discord, especially. And I never knew the origin of it. But God damn it, did I recognize it immediately when it popped up on my screen, let me tell you.
It's mostly my fault. I've posted that GIF on numerous occasions of Usopp looking like, what the fuck did I just do? Man.
Oh boy, here are the consequences of my actions again.
Oh no, I have to face consequences. I didn't think I'd have to face consequences.
I love it because right before that too, he looks at Rob and he's like, I don't see what the big deal is. We just tell him we tell him I'm the hero. Yeah, we get some food and then we dip on out of here. And then they're like, we're going to go fight Doflamingo to the death now. And Usopp is just beside himself.
He's fucking paralyzed, dude.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I love that Robin too is on the side. Like when she like realizes that he's just fucking lying through his teeth, she's like, "You're fucking terrible." You know that?
Yeah, you're just an awful human being. He's like, "Nah, it's fine. We'll just grab some food and leave. It's cool."
I love this bit.
Easiest
so much.
shit of my life.
Easiest shit of my life. But other than Usopp and Robin here, we also have the main crew on the Sunny who are having just a bad fucking day, a bad art day. In fact, some chick named Giola came up and started turning everything into a Picasso painting. Or maybe not Picasso, but who's the guy that lost his ear? Or is that Picasso?
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh, yeah, like a Van Gogh painting or some shit like that. Yeah, that's just happening. Although I did kind of find it funny, like all the members on the cast or whatever are like now in this very like stylized like art pieces, but still like planted in like the One Piece universe. I don't know, something about it's just like a really fun contrast.
Yeah, we've got Butthead Momonosuke.
It's a peach.
Butthead Momonosuke.
Okay, fine.
Minecraft Chopper.
We got the Scream spooky guy
Scream Brook,
Book.
and then I didn't know what weird thing to associate Nami with, but she kind of looks like the old Mac OS logo. You know, the blue one with the face, and it's got the line down the middle to make it look like a nose.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
She looks just like that. I don't know, some weird cross between that and like a Simpsons character. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what to call what she is.
Yeah, she's just having not.
And then they abandon ship and act like it's a surprise when the woman just goes like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna fuck shit up now since you're not here."
I'm just gonna.
They got one fucking job: defend the Sunny, and they immediately abandon it.
Bro, like, what did you expect them to do? They're officially at a point where they like can't do anything anymore because they're
what are you talking about?
Paint.
They threw. Now they are.
How do you fight this bitch? How do you fight with a bitch with the power of imagination, dude?
All she also uses her imagination for is to turn this shit into like like a fucking 12-year-old that threw up Skittles everywhere. You know, like that's all she's done so far. As far as we know, they can still utilize their powers and devil fruits. That they're not necessarily incapacitated in any way. They can fight back, maybe. Again, has yet to be seen, but they haven't tried yet. They just immediately ran away, all of them. They have one fucking job.
You know, I thought it was really funny because I had to play a lot of catch up for this week. At one point when I was watching the episodes and Zoro catches wind that the Sunny was going to be under attack, he like parses together, okay, who's on the ship again? And then he's like, Brook, Nami, Chopper, and then the kid. Not a strong team.
No, although I would vouch for Brook, but
I don't know, man. Zoro's not giving him the pass. He's like,
no,
it's just Brook, huh?
Yeah,
but yeah, they abandoned ship. And now I do want to ask though. So we do get info right now that her primary objective isn't even to eliminate the straws here; it's to steal the ship and Momonosuke specifically. Why the fuck do you think she wants Momonosuke?
Well, Momonosuke has the artificial or maybe not artificial dragon fruit.
Do you think they know that?
Yeah, absolutely.
How would they know that?
Because Momonosuke was trapped on an island that Caesar ran.
But they didn't know that. Literally the only people who know he has the devil fruit is Luffy, the rest of the people on the boat, and like Kinemon was even surprised when he saw him. What do you mean?
Caesar knows.
No, he doesn't. He never saw him eat the fruit.
They know about him, though. They know about the Dragon Kid.
So hold on. Okay, Caesar might know because he might have seen the Dragon Kid, but there was no time for Caesar to learn that info and also be free enough to relay that info to Doflamingo. Hold on. When he ate the fruit, he was just a fucking nobody when he was abducted onto the ship to go to the island to become another child to get experimented on. Then he fucked off, found a devil fruit, ate it, and then he just hid and found his way into the trash chute. None of them really know who Momonosuke was. They had no idea that he was important. None of them have seen him change into any fucking dragon. He just literally ate a fruit and fell down the trash.
But they know he ate it though. They didn't see him, but they know he ate it because they were when the little girl goes in there and goes like, "Hey, where's Momonosuke? I think I saw him turn into a dragon." They're like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, Momonosuke's fine."
Yeah, they fucking dismissed it. They were like, "Nah, we don't. What the fuck is she on about?"
Well, I didn't take it like that. I took it like, oh, they just want to get this kid out of their hair so they can continue looking for the kid who ate the dragon fruit.
No. They were like, they wanted to find Momonosuke again because they were like, we lost one of our fucking kids and the master's not going to like that. But they have zero inclination or understanding that my man's ate a devil fruit that worked and now he can turn into a dragon. That is not information that has been given to Caesar or any of his cronies back on Punk Hazard.
I think you're lying to me.
I am not lying to you. I would go out of my way to dissuade you. I would outright tell you if I was lying to you. I am not lying to you. This is important context.
So even if you are telling the truth, though, then the other reason is because he would be related to Fuji. What's the other Wano samurai's name? Not
that
I almost
would be
said Fujitoro, but it's not his.
Right. It's Kinemon. I have to say all their names, otherwise I never fucking remember. Kinemon and Momonosuke and Kanjuro. Yeah.
Momonosuke is the son of is related to this other Wano swordsman that we have locked up.
Didn't Kinemon literally say that that's his son?
Right. I know. I get it, but like they're all together. You know, they know that the three Wano swordsmen are traveling together, and that they want them all for some reason. I don't know. He's already allegedly.
Okay.
Shit, I already forgot his name. What? Kanjuro.
Yes, Kanjuro.
Kanjuro is allegedly already in their custody. We have no proof of that yet, but that's what the goons have said so far, and that's what they told Kinemon, and that's the news that Kinemon is relating to other people, or I guess Jisanji also. So allegedly he's here on this island, and Doflamingo knows about the Wano people and wants the Wano people for some reason because they tried capturing Kinemon also. Do
you think you have a good idea why they give a fuck about the Wano guys? Or do you feel like we're digging too deep into the rabbit hole to figure these motivations out?
It could be. I mean, it could be a few different things. They might be trying to further some sort of devil fruit research with, I don't know, if maybe Kanjuro also has a devil fruit power that we don't know about, or at a baser level.
The clothes fruit?
Yeah, they want the fox in the hole, fox with the rock on its head. What was the animal? It was a fox, right?
It was a fox or a Keaton, I think, in the story or whatever. But
yeah, the fox spirit with a rock on its head power. Yeah, that's what they want. That's what they're clamoring for.
I mean, it's a pretty cool power.
It's fucking useless power. Not useless, but like not combat ready power. It's kind of boring, honestly. But outside of the tie to the Japanese folklore, it's fucking boring power. They outside of devil fruit related things, they're just supposed to be hailed as some of the best swordsmen the world has ever seen as Wano samurai. So I don't know. Maybe they just want them to train people. I don't fucking know.
All right, fair. These are the questions I'm asking. My fault.
I still think it's I still think they just want Momonosuke specifically because of dragon fruit. Now
they are unaware that he can transform into a dragon. I promise you. I feel like I've broken your brain a little bit.
I know. I'm just debating whether or not what I want to actually believe you or not.
Okay, well, never mind. A special shout out to going back to the arena. By the way, special shout out to the announcer. That guy's the hype man of the year. Is all I'm saying. I fucking love that dude. When he was fucking bussing over Lucy, excuse me.
Yeah.
Over Lucy, fucking decking the giant. Holy shit.
All right, to be fair though, that shit was hype as fuck though.
It was pretty hype.
That shit was crazy. That shit went hard.
Yeah, so Luffy befriends the bull, by the way, which I think this is fun and important, I think. So I think in the sub and in all subs, his name is Usi. Luffy names him Usi.
Yes.
In the dub, they took it a little bit memeier and they went with Moosey. So if you'll please forgive me if I call him Moosey for the foreseeable future, because that is what I'm used to. Anyway. So Moosey, unfortunately, takes a beating from Hiruden, who is a giant from Elbaf, who is like, I'm a big king of the giants, who wants the flame fruit. Which, dude, imagine if that motherfucker had the flame fruit. Dude. I think he would actually just be unstoppable.
Pretty damn close.
But yeah, unfortunately, Luffy was not happy when Moosey took that beating, and he was like, thank you, old friend.
Yeah, it was so ridiculously serious, where they play the sad music in the background, and At first, they're both flattened into the ground, and Haruden.
Were you expecting it to go any other way, though?
No,
like,
absolutely
honestly.
not. Obviously,
Okay.
Luffy's going to be fine. I didn't expect him to also be flattened in the ground. Like maybe he jumped off of Usi at the last minute or something.
Yeah.
But it was always going to be Usi takes a beating, and Luffy's got to dish out a beating 10 times over to avenge his fallen comrade. Now, at a base level, I was so excited to see Luffy ride a bull, dude. Me and Devin called this last week. I don't think this is a hard gotta call the moment, but we definitely were like, dude, if he doesn't ride the bull, this is the most wasted opportunity ever. I didn't.
I feel vindicated.
I felt very vindicated. Now, on the other hand, I also wanted to see him not use Conqueror's Haki to do it. I don't know. Something about it just felt like, what if he just beats the animal into submission like he used to back in the old days or whatever?
Back in the olden days.
So when he used, I wasn't like super upset by it, but I was just like, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
He's got to remind you that he has Conqueror's Haki, you know?
Yeah, okay. We needed that reminder. He could just win this entire thing. Why stop the bull? But I digress. It was just so ridiculously serious that I had to laugh at it because then Lucy's he's up. He's cross-legged in front of the bull, and he dramatically puts his hand on the bull's forehead or something, and he's like, silently in his head, I will avenge you. And all the crowd's losing their goddamn shit, dude. And Luffy's got the super serious face on. The music starts to rise, and then he second gears and decks the shit out of a fucking giant. He teleports in front of his eye before the giant could even think. And Haruden's like, huh? And before he even gets the whole huh out, he's on the floor with all of his teeth knocked out. And everyone's losing their shit.
Eyes bucket out of their heads, dude. Like, honestly, if I saw that, I would be fucking freaked as well.
Fuck yeah. It was so awesome.
It was so unnecessarily awesome. Oh man, I have a great time. I loved
every stupid second of it.
Thank you. I feel validated. Thank you.
God damn it, dude.
But I also had a couple extra questions. Since we pretty much got to the end of the episodes, the a side plot line that happened was Rebecca clearly knows the masked gladiator by the name of Ricky. Do you have a guess for who Ricky might be? Is this something you guys have talked about already?
So Devin thinks Ricky is Kyros, the forgotten gladiator guy. I think that can be true, but I also at one point proposed the idea when we first met Rebecca, or rather she has that first conversation with Luffy in front of the statue, that because they go the route of, he's just some guy that nobody remembers anymore, and that seems weird that nobody would remember the guy with a perfect record, and nobody knows who built the statue or how it got there, and it was only like 20 years ago. That part was like, well, what's going on here that people just don't remember this guy from 20 years ago? Like, people should be able to remember 20 years in the past. Anyway, I proposed at the time that instead of her looking up to this guy as just this weird fable, that Kyros was that Kyros was her grandfather, and she was joining the family business in essence.
I think I remember hearing that on the episode
that got kind of tabled, as it didn't seem like they were going to go that route. Now, with Ricky being some old geezer that is participating, and we get that flashback of him seeing the young, smiling Rebecca. I'm gonna guess he's definitely old enough to be grandfather status. So I'm thinking I'm kind of back. I'm thinking my theory's still valid. If you combine it with Devin's,
running it back.
I'm getting the salty run back here, I think, because if we can still combine these theories, he can still be Kyros and her grandfather. I think we can both be right.
I think this is actually very plausible. I find your thought process to be without fault. I will have to ask though if that makes and then what? Like, where's the soldier fit in all this? Is that just like her best fucking friend or something like that?
Yeah, just a toy she had when she was younger.
All right, fair enough.
Not romantically interested in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, just like I want to live. I just want to go back home with you, soldier son. I love that soldier so much.
Same.
Wait,
I do like the soldier a lot.
There was a line from an episode that I missed where he's like, "I can't even cry with these useless tin eyes of mine." And I'm like,
you'll be happy to know that I quoted it last week.
Fantastic. That's all I needed. That's the validation I needed. This is the episode about validation.
This is the episode of validation, isn't it?
The letter of the day might be L, but the word of the day is validation.
Yeah, there's an L in that.
Right, but not like the leading word or letter.
Yeah, but like who's counting, right?
Sure. Yeah, no, I feel that. Couple other tidbits. Bellamy is told that his next assignment, should he choose to accept it, is to assassinate Luffy.
It is, and that's definitely a Mission Impossible right there.
That's definitely a Mission Impossible. It's just so we're clear. Bellamy, I don't know how to tell you this, but I don't know if you're going to be able to pull that one off, big guy.
Well, I don't even know. He might not even have the stones to do it anymore in the first place. In the last, let's say 45 minutes, they've developed a very deep bond with each other.
I think they've grown up. They have a little bit more respect for each other and like what the other one was trying to accomplish from what like they don't like hate. Luffy doesn't hate. Well, okay, he can hate. But
no,
like,
he definitely does. Just not Bellamy.
I think in the case of Bellamy, it was more of an impulsive like, listen, you fucked with my friend and you found out. So now they're at a point where it's like, hey, you're not fucking around. I can see you as like maybe a rival of some kind, and now they're just vibing. I get that. I can sort of respect that.
Yeah. Well, Bellamy wasn't necessarily going to be down for it until he got the shit kicked out of him, and Luffy cheered him on and it was the only one that mattered. You know, Bellamy's got all of the women and some of the men even cheering for him that are Dressrosans, but the only one you see in the flashback is Luffy. So, you know, Bellamy took that to heart now and is very conflicted about killing his new best friend.
Bellamy became
friend Bellamy, you know, arc.
I want to say that at one point in time, somebody said that there was going to be no shot that we had friend Bellamy arc, and all I'm saying is, you're a fucking idiot. You're an animal.
Did someone at any point say that one day Bellamy was going to make me cry? Because goddamn you. God damn it if you did.
I don't know. I can't confirm or deny. Better yet, I am re-listening to our cast. I'm going through Skypiea. If I fucking
well, you got to roll back again to Jaya.
Yeah. Well, right. I'm sorry. I'm currently entering the Jaya portion of our.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I just call it all Skypiea.
Yeah, you're right there then.
Yeah, I'm right there. Don't worry. I will try to get this information. Don't worry. We'll find it. We met one of the big guys under Doflamingo. His name is Diamante, and he is modeled after Steven Tyler. Fun fact.
Oh, so this is the Steven Tyler one.
Yeah. Yeah. he's kind of a goon, isn't he?
Well, I just remember, I'm just saying, like, all the way back in fucking Usopp's origin story, we thought Django was Steven Tyler, but somebody shot that down and was like, hey, there's actually a different person that we're not going to meet for a while.
I wanted to make sure you were aware, because what it is like Django is a combination of like Michael Jackson's moves, but with like Prince energy, I think. And then Steven Tyler is this guy.
Right.
So there you go. Fun fact. You've met Steven Tyler. Dude, there's so much less on the table that has just been waiting in the shadows for you to discover.
All of this foreshadowing is finally coming to light now.
Yeah. My final question is, at one point, Bartolomeo, everyone's new favorite guy with a weird fucking teeth situation, mentions that he has a connection to Luffy. Do you guess what that might be? Question mark?
I don't know now.
What was your original guess?
So my original hope was that we already have a bunch of people that hate Luffy on this island. I wanted Bartolomeo to be like super fan. I wanted him to be super fan Bartolomeo. He really loves Luffy because Luffy fought against the world government and won, more or less.
Okay. What a very specific like guess. Like so you're saying that he is literally just like the super fan of
well, yeah. I mean, the point is that it fits with his I don't give a fuck the establishment attitude, because he's clearly very punk aesthetic, and that is kind of the root of punk is, fuck the establishment and screw you and screw them and I do what I want type of thing. And fighting against the world government, it doesn't get much more punk than that.
Yeah.
So I wanted Bartolomeo to be just some super fan guy rather than another person who wants to kill Luffy. And it seems like it's sort of trending towards another person who just wants to kill Luffy, which is a little disappointing. Maybe it could be a bait and switch. We have yet to see. He can have a deep connection and still be super fan Luffy, but at the same time, he tells Cavendish that Luffy is not his to kill. So
I mean, he could be. Hold on. I mean, I like where your head's at. But just so we're clear, I mean, if he was a fan of Luffy's, he could totally just be like, I'm gonna level with you. He's not yours to kill. In fact, he's no one's to kill because he ain't gonna die. He's perfect.
Yeah, that's true. He's not yours to kill because he's no one's to kill because he's perfect. He's my hero.
He's a hero of the people. Exactly. He's my hero.
Goes my hero.
Watch him as he goes. Get the fucking Foo Fighters going.
So my theory could still be true. It's looking a little shaky based off of the way they end the episode, but I'm still hopeful.
All right. Fair enough. Well, I think the only other plot element that we didn't cover is what Zoro's doing, and Zoro is just having a bad day. I mean, he's unfortunate. He's shuttling Tontada to the flower field. He was like, oh, I got to get back to the sunny. He doesn't know how to get to the sunny. And then she's like, well, if you take me to the flower field, then I'll help you get to the sunny. And he's like, God fucking damn it, I'm stuck. And here we go. Is what it is. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. What you having fun, Christian? You having a good time?
I'm having fun. These episodes have kind of cranked it up a couple notches with what's been happening. Because up to this point, there were some potentially interesting things that could go down, but no expansion on them yet. But really what it came down to these episodes is there was just a bunch of cool shit happening. Between Isho summoning a meteor and then Law cutting it in half, and then also Luffy punching the shit out of a giant. Those two things are enough to make these episodes worthwhile. But there's some other fun stuff thrown in there also, like Luffy riding the bull, and I guess to a slightly lesser extent Usopp's lies in the Tontada Kingdom. How dare you say
that to me? How dare you ruin my fucking how dare you ruin my fucking hype? All right, why are you like this?
Look, man,
don't take this from me, okay?
Maybe I'm just still salty that my dream is affecting my reality, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Just dreaming up things Devin said now. What hasn't he said at this point?
All right. Well, do you have anything else you want to contribute?
I don't think so. I think I'm pretty good.
All right. Well, next week is going to be 6:45 to 6:47. And Christian, I have a request. I would like to go first for quotes. Okay. I'm going to throw in a lot of quotes for this week.
Sure.
And in addition, I also have 3 that I would like to throw in from previous weeks that I missed that I just think is really fun.
All right.
When Sanji first opens the door to the punks, and he's like, well, you better smoke him if you got him, because I'm about to fucking destroy you. He doesn't say that specifically, but I like smoke him if you got him. Right. He also refers to somebody at some point as you geriatric fat ass, and something about that line is just, it tickled me. You geriatric fat ass. I want to say, so I'm a huge advocate for letting the dub kind of have some fun and take a couple of liberties when it comes to the script writing. Dressrosa, they went kind of hard. They definitely took a couple of dumb liberties, and I was eating good back in those days. I think the current, I mean, this is spoilers, but I think the current arc, because they go through different ADRs and script writers, they stay a little closer to the chest, translate to translator, like what Viz does, which is the manga translation or whatever.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, they'll take a couple of liberties, and geriatric fat ass, I'm glad we got that. So,
pretty gold.
It tickled me. And then my last one from a week I wasn't here for was these eyes are useless, or these useless tin eyes of mine. I can't even shed a tear. Anyway, moving on to quotes from this week. Fucking Caesar, after half of Robin comes out of the ground, he goes, wow, that's creepy. you were sunk in the sand listening in on us the entire time? Sorry, I butchered that or whatever, but I wrote it wrong. And then she's like, no, dummy, this is just like a clone of me. Fucking relax. At one point, Luffy is about to stretch and punch somebody with a pistol. And no,
like, you bastard.
And he's like, oh, right, can't do that. Just a totally normal punch because this is anime and we have to call out our attacks. And then he immediately precedes it with, I almost blew my cover there.
Right.
Oh, God.
And then he does the same thing with a kick afterwards.
Yeah, he does the same bit with a kick. Cavendish, as he's like frantically telling everyone that's Straw Hat in the fucking ring, he's like, am I the only one that's not crazy? That's Straw Hat! No one's giving him any fucking attention. Fuck you, Cavendish. Don't ruin this for us. When Frankie and Zoro are talking, when Frankie and Sanji are talking over Transponder Snail. Oh, by the way, we didn't even talk about that. The Tontadas are so fucking genuine. They released Robin's Transponder Snail.
And he was just sitting there dancing too. He was like, hell yeah.
He's like, God damn it, I'm finally free from my prison. I thought that was a funny bit. Anyway, when Frankie and Sanji are talking over Transponder Snail, Sanji was giving Frankie shit because he was like, why did you let Luffy go into the gladiator ring? Like, what the fuck? We can't trust him to be on his own. And then Frankie snaps back with, you're in no position to judge me. You lost Zoro, and there's no seeing him again.
The sub doesn't have that last part of where there's no seeing him again. That's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good. This is such a great fucking joke. When Gloriosa is her name, I believe, the fucking painter lady or whatever, Giola. Sorry, when Giola, the painter lady, is like shaking her fist at the straws as they like ran away on their boats or whatever off of the Sunny. As she's screaming at them, she's like, if it's one kind of artist I can't stand, it's an escape artist.
Oh my God, that's such great lines in the dub.
It's so fucking good.
I don't think there's anything like that in the sub.
Yeah, no, I know from experience because I've seen Dressrosa. I'm actually very acquainted with both sub and dub because it was the first. I think it's the only arc I've seen twice in sub and now only once in dub. But I ate really good when the dub was finally releasing because we're actually, funny enough, and this doesn't really matter, but the dub right now that I have was new as of like only 2 years ago. Like we were I think we were in Water 7 like doing the cast when current dub episodes for this arc was coming out because Funimation has been behind for a long time and only recently have they fucking ramped that pace up. Now we're only 50 episodes behind like what is like the current stuff. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. They were literally in this arc dubbing these episodes as of 2 years ago and they just fucking speed ran the rest. I was like, I ate so good these last couple of years. All right, anyway, sorry. I was like, there was for a long period of time, we were moving so much faster than the dub was cranking out episodes. I'm like, man, it's going to get to a point where I'm just going to have to shift to the sub, huh? I don't have that problem anymore, baby. Eat fucking shit, dude. All right, I'm done.
So you took my only quote.
Okay. Well,
I had only written down, this is just a normal punch. Because Luffy is on his Saitama energy. Or maybe Saitama's on his Luffy energy. I don't know when the One Punch manga started.
Yeah.
But yep, that's my quote. You sniped it. So we're moving on here.
Okay.
Golden Ham.
Golden Ham. I mean, I don't want to give it to Doflamingo just yet, even though, like, obviously his, like, big brain stuff is starting to come to fruition or whatever. I don't really feel like giving it to Law because he's just, like, doing Law things again. Fujitora is a pick. I really think, I mean, the Meteor's obviously, like, a fucking jam and a half. But, like, we could just give it to Moosey. Like, why can't we give it to Moosey, man?
So, yeah, I'll tell you, I was planning on coming in here and advocating for Luffy/Lucy just because the fucking the over exaggeration of the whole moose scene and then him punching the fuck out of a giant with second gear, the best gear he has. I thought that was enough to win my golden ham vote. I could give it to Usi. Justice for Usi.
I mean, justice for Usi is all I'm saying, dude.
Who may or may not be the fifth admiral, the green ox, the green bull, or could also be Dalton. We don't know yet. We have yet to get confirmation
there's so
one
many
way or the other.
possibilities. This bull.
The possibilities are endless.
Can we please give it to Moosey? That would just fucking.
I am more than willing to give it to Usi.
Let's fucking do it. It's done. The decision's been made. Fuck yeah.
Tag him and bag him, boys.
Tag him and bag him. Tag him and bag him. Anyway, sorry, I blacked out for that. I'm so happy I blacked out. All right, well, that brings us to fan mail. I don't have the mail in front of us, but Justin was kind enough to at least leave us the question that was in the fan mail. This comes from a deliverer. Sorry, I don't know what you call those people now. My brain is blanking on me now. What do you call someone who sent you mail? Just the recipient?
The sender?
Thank you. Yes, that's the word, sender. The sender of this email is named Zach, and I hope that was okay to say.
Yeah, he sent us other stuff before, assuming it's the same one.
Question from Zach. This is an inquisitive. I know the answer to this, so that was really only a question for Christian to see if he can remember. Which one of Zoro's swords was destroyed back in Eni's lobby?
Well, I definitely can't give you the name.
Well, I think that's the question. Yeah, like, can you name it? Are you able to name it?
I definitely cannot name it, but I can tell you that it was the family sword from that shop that he also got the cursed sword from. I couldn't tell you what the name was, dude. I barely remember.
If I gave you the first letter, do you think you could get it?
We can find out.
See if you can sound it out. It starts with a Y.
Y. Yo. Ya. 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 Be. Ya. Yo. You.
You're getting kind of close.
I'm getting kind of close. Well, I'm just kind of going through all of the vowels.
I know you are, but you nailed the second vowel sound when you got there.
I've said all of them, so well, you said it when I went you. Okay, so you. You. God damn it. Yeah, I've got no clue. I don't
give up.
I give up. You're gonna have to tell me its name.
Yubashiri.
All right,
there you go. Didn't ring a bell at all. You don't think you would have got that?
If I had sat here for another couple of hours and then Googled it at the end of my frustration, I would have gotten it.
All right. You think you would have made it a couple hours? I don't think you would have made it 10 minutes.
Yeah, maybe not even 5 minutes before I Googled it. Shit, I'm surprised I'm not Googling it right now.
For a bonus point, can you name me the devil fruit that broke it?
It was the rust.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah. I remember I remember the surroundings, just not the name.
Such a very fast happening scene for something so fucking devastating too.
For a sword that he had for so long, that had done him so right for so long.
It's just like, hey, you have the sword. Gone. Just kidding, it's gone now.
Psych.
All right. Patreon shoutouts, Twiggo and Easy Life. We love you. You are our favorites. You are the best ones. Moving on to the grab bag. Christian.
That's me.
I really want to put my hand in the bag this week. I haven't done it in a while.
Oh yeah, sure. By all means.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. I was thinking about it before I came in here, and I was Christian.
Yeah. What's up?
What did you put in this?
Oh well, I mean, obviously, I put in scraps of paper.
Right, but what is this like?
Oh, you mean the other stuff? Okay, yeah. So I got kind of hungry earlier. And all the bowls were dirty. So, and the next closest thing to a container that I could put my chili in was the grab bag.
When I said I wanted to have some good soup, this isn't where I wanted it, man. Come on.
I realized that, but it was all we had. So that's what you're going to have to deal with.
Well, I mean, at least my finger's kind of tasty. All right. Well, I still have a piece of paper. All right. What does it say? It is career day. And what are we careering today? The Berry No Me. Well, that's great. I'm surprised we're doing this one since, we only just got it.
The what now?
The Berry No Me. The barrier fruit.
Oh, like Bartolomeo's fruit. That's not called berry. Barrier.
It's berry. It's berry no me.
It's the barrier fruit.
Oh boy, here we fucking okay. So this bit, this is a bit I was gonna walk in with, by the way. Just so we're clear, they are both actually called berry no me, which is why I thought it was funny.
That's awful.
Your subtitles may or may not have probably included the barrier part, but make no mistake, it is pronounced BERI or BARI twice. No me. Does that make sense? So, to end the confusion for the listeners, because they're probably really fucking confused about what my bit this week is that we're actually career daying the berry fruit, which is the weird motherfucker that Frankie punched back in Water 7. Another callback to Water 7, funny enough. Who had the berry as in like the fruit, not berry as in barrier, like Bartolomeo. That was the bit that I was going to walk in this week that we talked about earlier, Christian. I hope that I lived up to your expectations.
Yes.
All right. So anyway, the career daring of the berry fruit, not to be confused with Bartolomeo's fruit. This is the berry motherfucker from Water 7. We do not know his name, and I don't know how anyone would. Do you want to go first, Christian? Now that I made an ass of myself for the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, sure. I initially thought that it would be really funny if the person with the berry fruit. So the highlights of the fruit, right, are that essentially you could you're kind of like Buggy, where you can break up your body into pieces, but instead of it being slices of yourself, you make these bubbles or berry looking things. So I thought, and you can like float around or whatever. I thought it would be hilarious if they worked at like a place with a lazy river, like pool establishment, and he just broke up his pieces of his body, and you would like ride a piece down the lazy river or something.
Okay.
You just like pick your favorite piece of this guy. Like, oh, do you know what I feel like riding today? I feel like left shoulder.
Okay. I like where your head's at.
Just as a funny gimmick, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if that's a career, though.
Sure it is. You can get paid for it.
Can you? Is there a market for that?
Dude, we've come up with fucking weirder jobs on this, I think.
Okay, I mean, I just want to double check. All right, well, I guess that's cool.
You're getting paid for it. It's a job.
All right, well, my idea, my dominant idea was gym teacher, because I feel like he could just separate himself into balls and be like, here you go, kids, play some fucking dodgeball or basketball while I go fuck off and do my own thing on the side.
Right.
That was my number one.
My head immediately went to, they would use him like those yoga balls with handles and bounce around on him, and somehow that sounded like it would create lawsuits.
Yeah, that feels a little weird, my guy. I think you should reel that one back.
maybe table that one.
Table that one. My second idea is that he could be a Dippin' Dots ice cream guy. And he's just like constantly in like his floating ball form as like an advertisement.
Oh, interesting.
Dippin' Dots, guys. I have some great future ice cream over here.
Yeah, he could like paint different parts to be, you know, strawberry flavor or chocolate flavor or what have you.
Come and get your Dippin' Dots. I swear it's gonna be tasty. And you just see this like motherfucker like floating around in little orbs like all around his little ice cream stoop, and then all the children are fucking screaming and crying because they're freaked out. Yeah.
So the other idea I had, and it's a real shame that Justin is dead in a ditch somewhere and not on this recording, because this one comes courtesy of a conversation that I had with him and Juan over dinner at one point. Not that it was like a main focus of the conversation, just kind of happened to come up. I think this person makes a perfect light bulb light bulb changer, but the light bulbs on top of like cell phone towers.
Okay. Sure.
Because you can just float all the way up to the top and not have to worry about the intense climbing gear and having to hook up and unhook and hook up and unhook the entire way up. You're climbing that, you know, like 6-inch wide ladder all the way to the top to change one light bulb. You
Sounds
can
like
just
a great job for Buggy too while we're at it.
Float on up there, change it. It will go exponentially faster, and there's no danger involved anymore.
I mean, when he's right, he's right. I mean, I'm hearing nothing but facts, honestly. That's good. I like it. I don't know if there's much more we could do with this fruit though. That feels revolutionary.
Yeah, I mean, it basically comes down to
it's buggy but weirder.
Yeah, buggy but maybe more useless.
Is that possible?
It certainly looks that way. We don't spend much time with the guy in the show that has the fruit at all.
No, he's a one and done. He's gone.
Yeah, so we don't really get to expound on what this devil fruit really means or what the limits are of it. But so all we can go off of is you break your body up and you float real good. That's about all we got. So
can I use this platform to just quickly talk about how fucking annoying I think Bartolomeo's devil fruit is though? He is the kid on the playground who, like, when you play pretend and people are like fucking like throwing out like rocket launchers or like lasers or whatever, he's the kid on the playground that's like, I got a super invincible barrier that you can't penetrate. Everything that you hit me with bounces off me and comes back to you. He's so fucking annoying.
Personified.
I hate it. Literally, he's the embodiment of that one fucker on the playground that just never wants to have any fun. His only idea, he's a one trick. He's like, I've got an invincible barrier. Anything you hit me with bounces off me and hits right back onto you. Fuck you. Anyway, I'm
glad you were able to get that off your chest.
I was thinking about, I've been stewing on this for fucking weeks. Fucking weeks, I tell you. I think Bartolomeo is a fun character. I do like him. We haven't like seen enough of him yet. There will be more to come. Don't get me wrong. This fucking devil fruit keeps me up at night. I fucking hate it.
Oh, wait. Okay. So can I tell you quickly before we end here about, so I had already put a little bit of thought, but I Googled something along the lines of what job could be made easier if you could float. I put that into Google just to kind of see what would happen. And naturally, Google doesn't have a real answer for it. But have you heard of the website Quora?
I do know Quora.
It's basically like
Quora?
The new age, I don't know. I call it Quora.
Yeah.
It's the new age Yahoo Answers where you're going to ask a question and someone's going to give you some nonsense ass response, or maybe they'll give you a logical one. Sometimes they'll give you logical ones if you're asking for a specific thing. Anyway, somebody asked in Quora, if people naturally float, how do people end up drowning?
Okay.
People were giving this person
questions that keep me up at night.
I know, literally though. People were giving this person who asked this completely nonsense question actual responses as to like human physiology and how density works. And I just couldn't help but feel like if they had asked us on Yahoo Answers, somebody would have been like, what are you, fucking stupid? Like,
somebody on Yahoo Answers would be like, why don't you Google it?
Yeah, why don't you jump in a pool and find out?
Or that. Okay, well, that was a little
give them a let me Google that for you link.
Actually, seriously though, I've been that guy a couple of times, and I'm proud of it. I don't even care. I love let me Google that for you link. I think that's a great fucking bit. I love that
guy.
Bit.
Yeah, that's a great bit. I love that. I thought you were gonna tell me you were the how does human float guy. I was gonna lose my shit.
No. I'm the guy who sometimes when I'm like feeling petty enough, if what I want to say is, I bet if you Google that, you would find out. Sometimes I will post a link that's like, let me Google that for you. I like that bit. That's a good bit.
That's great.
All right. Well, I think we did it, man.
We've done it.
Do you want to plug our socials? Do you plug our socials ever? Is that a thing you do?
I mean, I've done it a couple times. I can do it. I'll do it.
Do it.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. That's at Panda Sightings. If you want to be like Zach and send us fun trivia or just anything in general, tell us what we can name our bowl that we've been doing this podcast off of. You can email us at pandasightings@gmail.com. We also have a Patreon if you want to be as fun, loving, and amazing as Twiggo and Easy Life. That is also Panda Sightings. And if you'd like to join a host of like-minded, very cool people, we have a Discord. You can find the link to that as well as has a Redbubble been added to our link tree at this point? I don't actually know.
I assume it has.
I would assume it has too. If you follow the link tree that we have in the bios of our socials, you'll find a plethora of things, amongst which you'll find the Discord link and probably the Redbubble where you can buy merch with stuff that is related to the show, such as Sailor Zorro and Redfoot Zeph's pickled leg, my personal favorite. I fucking love that sticker so much. You can put it on anything, but I just love the drawing. The drawing is just so good.
It's really fucking good.
But that's it.
right.
How do we stop this thing? Did you figure that part out?
The last time I stopped, it saw like something. I assumed food, and then I actually like fell off. Here, do you want to see my road rash?
Ooh, that's bad. You might want to put some ointment on that or something.
It wasn't great. So I don't know how to make him actually stop. I just kind of like wait and then assume it's going to happen eventually. I mean, I've only done it this is only my second rodeo. You know what I mean?
Right. So you're telling me then if he's attracted to food, if I just wave this T-bone steak that I had in my pocket in front of his face. Oh God.
Christian.
Oh God. All right.
God.
Well,
Christian, what the fuck? Come on, man.
Note to self. Next time, wear a helmet.
Ow.
And also a crash pad.
My road rash got road rash.
Oh, that's not good. You're gonna want to put some ointment on that for sure.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm gonna go to the hospital.
We better go. I'm gonna press the stop button.
Yeah, press and stop.